Hi Anti-Society, welcome back to the Antisocial Planet, and today we are checking out chapters 38 and 39 of Tower of God Season 2, and we had a bit of a mixed bag with the last reaction that I did. There was a little bit of more like intense emotional growth character moments when we were getting the flashback with mostly Jinsung and like his first impressions of Bam and some of his backstory, a little bit kind of hints of some of the stuff that motivated him into becoming part of Foog and why he has the certain motivations that he does now, and like his interactions with Bam, especially since, like I was saying, it's Bam at like his lowest point, right? He is like the most beaten down he has ever been, and all these people are saying like, oh, this is going to be the kid that, you know, goes up against Jihad, defeats him, is the real weapon that we need to win this fight. And I kind of get Jinsung being like, this kid? Like, I don't know if that's a good, like a hard sell, you know? It's a hard sell to have those two things connect. But then we had a bit of a 180, totally, with the next chapter with going to the arcade and seeing Quant and Ro again and some of their hijinks between them, I guess. It was a lot of like comic relief with it ending off with them getting in touch with the group that they were trying to get to, connections with Lady Yuri and all of that kind of stuff. So I really don't know what this couple of chapters is gonna be about, if we're going to follow with Lororo and Quant, or if we're gonna go back to some of the stuff going on with Bam and him recovering, if we're going to catch up with some of the other characters. Like, we really could end up anywhere, and the first panel confuses me. Saw it when I was setting up for recording. It's weird. So I don't know where we're gonna end up, but that's part of the fun. So let's get into chapter 38. I mean, okay, this is Emily. Cool. Am I supposed to know what that means in some capacity? Because I don't. Okay, chatting robot for the workshop. Okay, so we're getting possibly back into some of the workshop stuff. Is this kind of like the people we've seen who've been like in charge of tests, but instead of, I mean, maybe it's kind of like a host, because it does seem a little bit more like a game and a loose term. Oh, it's just like a chatbot? People just want to have someone friendly to talk to? Am I suspicious about everything in the series? Yes. I don't know. I got an uneasy feeling. It's I'm always happy to talk to you, but if you're a robot, you don't have feelings. No offense. I don't know why I said no offense after just saying that they don't have feelings. Look, I'm just getting some weird dystopian vibes, you know? I've seen enough sci-fi movies that I know what happens when a robot seems friendly and helpful, but deep down there's something else going on. Oh, hello, Quant's team. So they can just ask where the other team is. I feel like the right is not the most certain of answers. Doesn't he have skills that he could use? I mean, maybe this is better. His username is Handsome Man. If you're gonna let them choose whatever username they want, you've got to expect things like that. I feel like because we're spending so much time establishing Emily is like a mechanic of the game, that she's gonna be a lot more important than I might give credit. Yeah, maybe you shouldn't have trusted a robot whose only response was, right? Seems like there were better ways to figure it out. I love this little message to be like, by the way, we are not liable for anything that results from what this robot says. I like how it's like, I'm a smart program. I'm like, well, you sent them in the wrong direction, which was either you making the wrong decision there, or you were intentionally pointing them in the wrong direction. Emily could be smarter than I give credit. So sometimes the answers are good. Ooh, I don't know how I feel about the ask me anything and I'll give you an answer. Like, I feel like there's just so much information like voluntarily being told to this robot. Maybe I am projecting a little bit of my tech paranoia. Maybe. I love technology. I really do. Use it a lot. Super geek out about just new tech and how to use it, and I have a ton of fun exploring new programs. I don't trust the people who have all the information that the tech gathers. Look, I have a copy of 1984 for a reason, and I get paranoid about these things. How to start love? That is a very complicated question, and one that perhaps a very young person is not equipped to answer. And depends on the kind of love. Romantic love, friendship love, family love. What's the character love? What are we characterizing here? Just them lurking? That's weird. Is this Endorsi? I don't know if Endorsi's the right person to ask about love either. I think her answer is like, shouldn't fall in love. She should date. I love if dating is like a taxi, love is like a bus. I mean, okay. I like how she's like, yeah, okay. Give me trends though. Yeah, see, all your answers become stored data. That makes me tense up. It's like a lot of information that people are just giving away, and now other team members can other people competing can ask and get an answer. There's an answer now. Is that who's actually behind it? Ooh, that got more interesting to me now. I was assuming just a robot, but like now I feel like there's some more going on. Ooh, now I have some more questions because we've seen the person that was like with all of the with like the opera house and stuff, and then interacting with Lady Yuri, but we never saw them clearly. So is it like a vessel, and then the person is actually here needing some kind of support? I'm assuming for health reasons, maybe? I know this is put here just to intrigue me and make me have like lots of thoughts, but I have lots of thoughts. I probably won't get answers for a while. Okay, Traveler. Who do we think it is? From the little emoji, I want to say Bomb. Or maybe Shibitsu, but we'll have to wait and see. Seems to be somebody who like knows that there's a person on the other side though, instead of just a robot. That's not creepy, saying you can feel her breath? Okay, I don't know who this person is, but I don't know, they're freaking me out a little bit. Ooh. Oh, I don't like the referring to yourself as like a monster. I feel like there's some layers to the trauma behind that. I also don't like someone saying I love you without meeting them. It feels weird. Feels a little bit manipulative. Maybe I'm putting my own experiences into this, but I don't know, it feels manipulative in this case. Because if you had access to that knowledge, that all of this knowledge that Emily is collecting, I feel like that would be an advantage. I don't know, I feel like not human here, or is it like something else going on? Like, I feel like I'm assuming that this is Emily in some way, but maybe it's not. Maybe it's feeding off of someone's Shinsu or something else that is like it's a way to power the machine or keep the machine running or something. I'm like digging into all of my sci-fi knowledge. Because it almost seems like this person's fighting back. I know I'm not gonna get answers for a while. Workshop battle. I just want to get to them so bad. Oh, hello, Bomb. Or someone talking about him. Interesting. He is alive. True. Oh, I'm so excited. There's a weird chapter, not gonna lie, but I'm super excited for what the next part's gonna be. I wanna know who the Traveler is though. I wanna understand more about this Emily person. Okay, 29th, so we're before the workshop battles. Connection? Do I want this to be people meeting up before the workshop? Maybe. It could be completely unrelated though. I was not expecting cannons though. That was not where my brain was going. Ooh. So we had a bit of a time skip, 2 years? Makes sense. It's a long gap. Like that's a lot of floors that we gotta get through if we want to get to the workshop battles. So I kind of get it. Am I just taking a moment to take in the fact that Kun is here? Yes, I am. Oh wow. Okay, so it's like March battle, like a more advanced capture the flag, basically, but with cannons and like bombs and stuff. It's just like this bird. They're lost. Yeah, the tiny one seems the most scary. I called that before. I was like, the tiny quiet one in the background, probably the scariest. I mean, yeah, could have used those scoped skills maybe. The tunneling is a little mole. I mean, they're probably super scary and powerful and stuff like that. I should probably be scared of them because whatever. But like, look at them. Now I'm just thinking about a full manicure on like those long nails. The possibilities. As someone who does art things, imagine the kind of nail designs you could do with that much space. I mean, at least they're not trying to fight each other anymore. But he's adorable. If he doesn't try to like directly hurt anyone, can't we just be friends? I said don't directly try to hurt anyone, but that seems like maybe a teammate. Oh dear. You seem quite tall with multiple weapons of considerable size. Is the tiny Kun gonna go up against him? Because that just seems like poetic in a way. Well, okay, I wanted to like you, but not if you're gonna be like this. I have a soft spot for animals, but not for people who threaten characters that I may or may not like. I honestly haven't spent that much time with them, but they're Kun's team, so you're not allowed to hurt them. I like that Ren? I don't want to say like the most American way where it's just like a really hard A sound. Just like ran. Which I feel like is not the correct pronunciation. Tiny Kun. It's just like, I'll take both. I don't need you. I believe that though. Did he leave? Like he was just like, all right. I mean, fair enough. I feel like it might be safer to just like not be in the radius of what Tiny Kun can do, because we saw before when he was fighting Novik and they were all just like hiding. So I feel like it might be safer to just get out of there. Gosh, I don't even know if we need to be that intense with the banter while fighting, especially against like a child, who I think is gonna be okay, honestly. Yeah, I think it'll be okay. The look of just like, huh? It makes me think of what we saw with Uruk before, when he just like incinerated all those people, and there was just like that moment of, oh, okay, you're slightly more powerful than I thought. Yeah, you might want to run too. I like that there are moral men. I know that they're not on our team or anything, but like, I like that that is a group of people that exists within world. This has some like, you know, like supervillain vibes, but like the old ones where they had to like tell you their dastardly plan before they actually fought the hero. Those are the vibes I'm getting. Oh, is that where Dan went? Is that he just like could run into the tunnel? I mean, he is very quick, and there is a tunnel right there that leads all the way back into their team's like camp. So, oh yeah, no, he's probably got this. Like, he sucks at everything except being fast. I mean, no comment, but he does seem a little bit chaotic, except when it comes to running. He's quite good at that one. Hey, they won though. Way to go, team. And playing off of each other's strengths. You know, we see a little bit of like legitimate teamwork there, which again, I haven't spent a lot of time with Khun's new team, so I don't really know how they all work, except that they've been with each other for a little bit. We just didn't really get to see any of that. Oh no, are we getting interrogated post-exam? Post-test? Yeah, it said that they're not responsible for any of the actions taken by someone who takes the advice from Emily. So like, if he had been wrong, they could have lost the test, or something could have happened, or like I said, is Emily telling them the direction because she is actually trying to answer their question and help them? Or is she trying to lure them into a specific spot? Like, you don't know, right? And if you're asking for where the other team is, then she must know where you are. So if the other team asks, then now they know where you are too. Which I may or may not have explained in a way that makes sense, but hopefully you get where I'm coming from. I feel like Khun and I are syncing up again with our suspicions and thought patterns of what's going on. Except that he's much smarter than me. I mean, that is kind of what happened. You did have to let Tiny Khun take over. Is he going to further explore this Emily program? Because I feel like he should. I've actually programmed chatbots. So I feel like I'm a little bit intrigued by this, even though I know it's not going to function in like a real world context. But if you ever need to know what the back end of a chatbot looks like, I know. Rachel. I remembered partway through that she was going to be in this. I was like, it's fine. I'm just going to ignore it. Like, it's just like, it was my mistake. She's like, that's true. It's a bit of a backhanded comment going there, but okay. No comment. I feel like I should, because she's like, I like that you can run really fast. She's probably going to make this about how she can't walk. Even though she can't walk, she's fine. Your legs are fine. I'm trying not to let my anger boil out. It's fine. Deep breaths. Ooh. I feel like it's some people say that someone believed dead. They found them thanks to Emily. And is he gonna ask about Bomb? Is that where we get the message from before? Or is it gonna be multiple people asking? It is the message from before. Or the information. Now she knows the answer. So someone was like, Bomb is alive. And Khun was like, I'm gonna ask. I feel so many things. I feel somewhat happy because I want Khun and Bomb to see each other again. But also, there's some apprehension because there's some stuff that's happened and Bomb's different. I feel like Khun's probably gone through a lot of stuff too, and I'm overwhelmed with a lot of layers of feelings. And they're not going to give me any kind of closure. How dare you? The absolute audacity. I don't know how I'm supposed to have like thoughts, okay? Because you can't end on something like that. I don't know how to feel about this whole Emily thing. I have a few thoughts, voiced quite a few of them. I feel like there has to be more going on than just like a robot or a program or something. I feel like there's got to be some more layers to that, because we have the two people, right? We have like the one that was interacting with Lady Yuri, and then we have this person in like the tank with all of the tech around them. And I don't know if it's like one is the vessel and then one's like getting some kind of treatment, or if we have like a machine like feeding off of the person in some way. Maybe I've just seen The Matrix too many times, but that's where my brain is going. And then of course getting into some of what the actual tests are leading up. Obviously that was the 29th floor, so before the actual workshop. stuff and getting back to Kuhn's team and the different members and things like that, getting to see some of their dynamics and what it's like going into those floors proceeding. Also a bit of a time jump as people are getting to the workshop battles. But I'm still reeling from the whole someone telling Emily that Bomb is alive. I want to know who that person is, because we didn't get a username or a little emoji thing, a little avatar. I want to know who gave that information. I want to know who the traveler is. I don't know how I feel about them. And I want to know what's going on with Kuhn now, because we had all of his suspicions where he was talking about how he didn't think that Rachel's story about the test at the end of the first floor was true. Like, he was still talking about how she killed his best friend. So he was like in the mindset that Bomb was dead, and that was like where he was staying. And even if there was maybe some doubt in it, I'm sure that he kind of squashed that because there wasn't any proof that anything different had happened, that there was any trace of Bomb after that test. And now he has the information that he's alive. And like, does Bomb believe that? Maybe he seemed to be doubting Emily and her information, but at the same time, that little like grain of hope is there. I need to know, okay? I keep getting to the end of certain chapters and I'm just like, I need to know what happens. You cannot just leave it there and not give me some answers. That's where I'm at. I'm like reeling at the cliffhangers that I have to put up with. But I'm sure it was worse if you had to read it when it was coming out like week to week. So at least I don't have to wait that long. You can click this playlist to go see my previous reactions, or you can subscribe so that miss next time I post a Tower of God reaction, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!